thoughts on making your job calling over the chapters 1 and 2. The first chapter is about understanding your calling in the workplace. It's defined as a command or request or invitation to go somewhere or do something. It's also looked as a position that is more spiritual and along the lines of that is your purpose as a human being. In the first chapter, it really differentiates between a job, a career, and calling. A job is just a position. A career is more along the lines of purpose mixed with a long-standing position in a place. As far as the exploration of historical and modern perspectives on what your purpose is something the first chapter goes through, from the initial definition of what a calling is to what it used to be and how people's mindsets have changed throughout time. It really highlights how it moved from being purely spiritual to being more subjective. The second chapter is the psychology behind what your calling or purpose is. It examines what it means to you and what a job means to you. It highlights the research on people's well-being in a position and what motivates them to reach that higher calling. It discusses how to develop your sense for any calling, for any job, how to change your mindset from just it being a job to this is my calling. What I thought about this reading initially is that the definition between spiritual to a calling being more based on your mindset. I really didn't know that at first, and reading more into it. Another thing was that shift inspired me to think about my own mindset and when it comes to a job or a position and how I think about it and how I could work that into my own career potentially. One question that I really had was if I seen my job as a calling rather than just a job. I currently work in the hospitality industry, so that's something I'm always questioning about. Is this just a position or is this more? Am I supposed to do more with it? Another thing is how this calling mindset relates to my coursework with CSU as far as job satisfaction and motivation within the industries from hospitality to writer or an editor or even photography. All of those careers and those field of expertise that I've been developing and what I'm going to do with that. The responsibility that employers have for providing meaningful work or just basically providing purpose for people. I feel like that's really essential, especially with the first two chapters. It really hits home on what employers provide and what they don't provide, going on a deeper level. The difference between those who feel called versus those who do not is really highlighted between psychology, ethics, and connection to your previous work experience or your current work experience. The first two chapters highlights those two things very much and how your mindset can shift from a job being just a job or it just being a paycheck to, oh, this might be my career. Reframing my perspectives on not only my future jobs but my current position and how it can benefit me moving forward.